Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to my sunroom. It's just absolutely freezing. I've got my nice cozy hoodie on. Can't sleep. Choked up. My lungs are totally congested. And, I've had everything to try and make it better, but trying to sleep, can't sleep. It's about 6:45 in the morning, I think it is, and I just can't sleep. But I just thought, you know what? Well, if I can't sleep, I just thought I'd maybe do something useful, such as doing a video at this time in the morning. So I just thought I would do that. But yeah, by the way, what I'd like to say is a big welcome to my new subscribers, and a big thank you for the amount of views which I've had for my last video, which I know in comparison to a lot of videos, it's tiny, but it's great, especially as it's nearing the 1,000. And to me, that's a big, massive step because I'm wanting to build this channel up. Thanks for the comments as well. Sorry if I maybe misleaded some people in the last video. I went to Miller and Carter, and some people were maybe thinking I was going to do a food review. What I will do, if that's what he's want me to do, I will do some food reviews in certain places. I know lots of fantastic places in Edinburgh and abroad, especially in Benidorm or Gran Canaria or whatever. I've been quite a few times. I know lots of really good places to go to eat. But if you would like me to do food reviews, I'll do food reviews for you. Not a problem at all. Just any wee suggestions, I'm obviously compared to a lot of YouTubers, I'm kind of newish to this, and especially as I'm wanting my channel to grow. It kind of started off really as like a hobby. And, but then I knew lots of really good people, especially actors and quite famous people and famous people. And then I just wanted to get them on and interview them. And, it was like just a hobby. I mean, at the time, obviously, I still wanted my channel to grow and stuff. But now I'm just kind of really, really focused on making this channel a success. I want to get to 1,000 and 2,000 and so forth. But, for the folk that have been commenting and stuff and that have been looking at my content, honestly, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And, it's like, obviously you'll get the odd obstinate so-and-so, but listen, people are different, especially how they come across, especially how you read a comment. It could often be misconstrued, but maybe not. But you know what? It's I'm just keeping my hands warm. And I should have been. What am I doing in a cold sunroom? Honestly, I've got the cold. Honestly, I'm not right. Yeah, so I just thought I'd just come in here and do something a wee bit useful. As quite a few of you may know, I mean, obviously, you know I'm an actor, and you know that I've got a book out called Evolve Origins. Now, you know what? Evolve Origins, it's a story based, mostly growing up, obviously from my childhood to when I was a young man. And just a lot of the experiences I had, I was very different from the type of person I am just now. I was very naive. I was coddled to an extent by my parents, and I'll admit that. It was just like, that's beautiful sunshine, sunrise. Sorry. But it's like my mum and dad always kind of went by what they said when I was younger. I was the youngest brother of 3 siblings, and I would do as I was told, type of thing. But things happen, and then you kind of change. And obviously, you take stock of your life when you get to a certain age, take responsibility. But, it's just one of these things. It's just all part of growing up, really. But yeah, so, I mean, obviously, when I was a young age, if he's read my book, he'll probably, there's a lot of things which happen in it, which haven't, in a way, got anything to do with the actual story. A lot of it is actually experiences which I had when I was younger. But let me emphasise this. The character, Tommy Moran, in my book, it's not about me. It's, a lot of his experiences are based on things which happened with me when I was a young man, when I was a child. But it's not about me. I've had people come up to like sending me messages saying, blah blah blah. That never happened. Blah blah blah. Of course, a lot of the things never happened in it because, I made up some stuff in it as well, which is part of the story. But but if you read a lot of the, like from the start, like from what happens, it's based on real life. It kind of, as the story goes through the book, it kind of goes off in a bit of a sci-fi tangent. So if you like real life, gritty drama and sci-fi, you'll love it. I mean, when I was younger, like when I started school, I had a really, really bad time of it. I was brutally bullied. And, and when you get to a certain age, like now, I mean, I'm in my 50s, it still stays with you. It does, it still stays with you. And it'll stay with me until I leave this mortal coil. But yeah, it's just, it's just one of these things. It's mentally, it kind of affected me, and it affected my confidence when I was young. And I still blame it. And I know a lot of people saying, you can't blame this. I do blame it for, obviously, for like not having a family, for, like when I was younger, just, just for just how things went when I was younger. And, it's like, I remember speaking with my sister years ago. My sister, she always wanted to have kids. She's got 4 boys. And she says, you know what? She says, you're going to get the girl. She says, I'll get the boys. And she was right. She got all the boys. But, I'm childless. But, but, it's just one of these things, But I blame the bullying for lack of confidence and how things, when I was younger and stuff. And, so that's my name. Yeah, so it's just one of these things where, just where you, as the years go by, you just kind of want to document it. You want to put it into like a story, which I've done. My life isn't exactly how I planned it, really, and not how my late parents, envisaged it as well. I've just always, especially, don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to be an actor since I was like 16, 15, 16. But it's, I don't know, just when you get to a certain age and in a certain environment, things happen, such as me and my dad, he worked on Leaf Docks for so many years. He wanted me to work with him. A lot of the dockers who my dad worked with, a lot of their sons had worked with them as well. And just what happened was just my dad was made redundant, and that never happened. But also at that same time, what my parents didn't expect to happen was me getting to like drama school, and without telling them, and they weren't happy with that at all. And also, it's just like I took a chance to see, really, just to prove to myself if I could do it, if I could get in, even though the implications were having to get brought back out again, because then you had to get something called a grant. But at that time, I was 15 when I got in, and I told Porky's about my age, and just I couldn't support myself. Furthermore, my parents weren't willing to do it either. Not that I'm blaming them in any way, but anyway, it's like it never happened, and I'm sure I told you all this in my other video about who am I, and anyway, so what I'd like to go on about is obviously going back to my book. Now, a lot of the things in Evolve Origins it tells you about Tommy's first day at school, and it's terrible. It's like tells you about the years he's had at school, things which happened to him in it are brutal. It's like really badly bullied, and then when he gets to a man, like when he's like a young man about 16, 17, he joins like the Royal Mail, and his confidence is still fairly low, especially when it comes to meeting girls and stuff. But but the things happen, and it's like as I said, things go on a sci-fi tangent for him, and what I would like to do is read a wee bit from the book, and just to let you give you a little taste of what happened in it. And if you do get the book, what I would say is don't get your kids it, because a lot of the language in it's quite harsh language. But it's a lot of it is kind of like chronicled. It's like a chronicled storyline. It jumps from one bit to another to another. It's like one of these shows, like what was that show I was watching? It's like it was going back in time and stuff, and it was going back forward. And anyway, there's quite a few shows like that. But my book's kind of like that. A lot of it's jumps forward, like in the future, and a lot of it's goes back to the prehistoric past, and everything's linked. And it is, honestly, it's going to be awesome. It really is. What am I saying? Going to be awesome. It's. I'm talking about people that haven't bought it yet. It's going to be awesome for you. The sales wise, it's done remarkably well for a first novel, especially for a novice like myself who got myself out of my comfort zone for to actually write it. And all I can say is, I'm really proud of it. I'm actually on the cusp of completing my second novel, and I reckon that'll maybe happen after the year. This one's a good. I've got it here, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of pageage in it. So this is like a hardback, very robust as well. It's available on Amazon, and but not that I'm trying to give you a hard sell here, but it's I'm really, really pleased with how it's went. It's a lot of people say, when you first release your first book, you're lucky if you maybe sell 10, maybe 15 copies, maybe less. But I've did over 100, and to me, I'd like to thank all those people for buying it. And the reviews I've been getting on Amazon for it have been great as well. So a big thanks to those that have reviewed it. But what I would say is the book. It's absolutely amazing. It's the best thing I've ever did. It's just a shame that my mum and dad weren't here and my sister Donna weren't here to see it. A lot of the things in it, obviously, it's a lot of things I was brought up with. There's like particular songs. If you read a chapter and say like Tommy was playing a song from that era, or something that you might have heard when you were on holiday in Spain at the time. So it's like very, there's a lot of nostalgia in there as well. But honestly, it is, oh man, it's just like, I remember writing my first few pages of it and I thought, God, I've got a lot to do and stuff. But, the whole storyline just came to my head, obviously based it from my past, and obviously added bits in it as well, which obviously weren't true, but were part of the story. And then the sci-fi aspect was just all from my imagination. But what I've done is, and even there's been some reviewers like online that have said that, it's like a solid start to my first novel. And I'm just looking forward to releasing the second one at some point. I'll also be starting on a third book, which will be it's still in the Evolve series, but it'll be totally different from the other two. But I'm excited about it as well. But one of my friends who works for one of the biggest film distributors in the world, he actually read it and he said it could be a great film. So with him saying that, that excites me because, it's just like, if they made this into a movie, that would be unbelievable. It would be incredible. But, it's a lot of the things which happen in it where, just true. Some really funny stories in it as well. Things which happened with my mum and dad and myself when we went on holiday together. There's a chapter called Chicken Surprise that is hilarious. And I still remember it now, and it's one of these wee things which happen, and when you're a kid, and I was a nice kid, but at times I was quite annoying. But if you get the book, you'll see for yourself. The story is funny, but anyway. But listen, just have a wee read it. Have a little listen to one of the verses, which I'm going to do. Tommy is a man in a hurry. He is sprinting up and down the stairs of Albert Street on a Saturday morning so he can make the five-a-side football with his mates at Portobello Pits. It's not busy morning packet-wise, but every customer in his walk has a leaflet about a new housing development nearby. Tommy's having none of it and has his head down, sprinting up and down the stairs so he can finish early and make the important league game before going out with the boys afterwards for a few beers. He is over halfway through his beat, and he only has 2 packets left, although he still has quite a few leaflets to get posted. There's still a bundle and a half of mail in his bag to go, and he is practically gliding up and down the stairs. He gets to number 89, and when he gets to the second floor, he pulls out his cheese and pickle sandwich and takes a big bite of it as he makes his way to the third floor. As he gets to the first door on the floor, he's in so much of a hurry that he posts his sandwich in the person's letterbox and is about to take a bite out of one of the leaflets before coming to a sudden halt, realising what he has done. See, that's just one of the stories, which was actually true. But she never happened to me. But it was a true story. And there was a guy who used to work in the Royal Mail who he was into his horses, into his betting. He was a right gambler. And he would always want to catch the race on whenever, I don't know. Like, there's different meetings through the week. But if it was an earlier meeting, he would always want to get finished so he could go to the bookies and put put his bets on. But this guy, there was a big meeting on. I'm not sure if it was the actual Cheltenham festival or whatever it was. And his wife made him some sandwiches. And he obviously wasn't that much of a hurry. He did actually post his sandwiches through the person's door. And the person actually phoned and complained. And he was that much of a nutcase that it was like, yeah, but it was my favourite sandwiches. He said I had to go a few hours without anything else to eat, and I thought it was not right in the head, type thing. But he was just a character. He was one of these characters. I can still picture him. I'm not sure if he was an older chap, but God, I was like super young at the time. But yeah, that was just one of the stories. But it's just like get little stories like that in the book as well. It's not just about, it's like a lot of the advertising and marketing about it. It's all about spaceships and prehistoric men, all that type of thing, and prehistoric men, and but there's a lot of funny stories in it. There's some sad stories as well. It's got a lot of different types of tales in it. But it's been a labour of love doing this book, and it's just a shame that it would have been nice for my parents to see it, but just one of these things. I'm just and also when I did it, once it was published, once I actually completed it, obviously it's like, from what happened to me when I was a young boy, especially with the bullying and aspect, and also the loss of confidence, it kind of was like a big weight off my shoulder putting it into that book, because it's every now and then, like if I'm in town, or I still see some of the little bullies. Well, they're not now, they're married men now, and but I still kind of see them through the passing and stuff, and some are let on, some of them don't recognise me. I don't, but I can see them, and I just like one of them actually came up and started speaking. It was nice to me and stuff, and having a conversation. We're talking about, ironically, not about school, but about like football and everyday stuff. And it was actually quite funny. And he was like, it's nice to see you again, blah blah blah. And I'm like, same with you. And in my head, I'm thinking, you little so and so, it's like the misery you caused me at school. It's just shocking, you and your little minions, But it's just like what they've done is they've given me content to write a book, and my book's given me content to talk to you guys. So yeah, but sorry, I'm still kind of congested. But all I can say is, like, it's just a lot of the things which happen in it are quite brutal. A lot of the language is quite harsh as well. So just to kind of warn you, it's like I'm no shrinking violet in the book. It's the same. It's but there's a few F-bombs and so forth, but and more. But apart from that, it's a great read. I've actually read it just to see if there was any, just in case I needed to complete some of the grammar or mistakes. And, it's like, obviously over the years I've read different writers like Dean Koontz, Stephen King. And it's like we've all got our different styles of writing. And it's like I remember years ago I used to read, especially Trainspotting, Irving Welsh, and a lot of it's kind of like speaking like Edinburgh, like talking not just English, but it's like how a Scots would talk, aye, Ken, that type of thing, But we've all got our different writing types. You're going to get certain people that read it think, like still be like, I couldn't understand this bit, or what were you saying here, or blah, blah, blah. Like, so we've all got different reading, different styles of writing. But all I can say is, I'm just emphasise to the character's not me, it's Tommy Moran. And he meets a lot of really, really interesting characters in this. And in the next one, it's a lot of really new characters, some cracking characters in the next book, and also some new baddies as well. So honestly, just all I can say is I'm not just saying go and buy it, just even Kindle it or whatever, but just, it's a lot of it's nostalgia as well as telling a story. That's all I'm going to say, but anyway, I just thought I'd come on here because can't sleep, choked up, wheezing, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to give you guys some content from my videos. But away from my book just now, all I can say is there's going to be more content coming up. I will do some food reviews for you people that were expecting. By the way, the Miller and Carter meal was fantastic, and the service was amazing. That's the Miller and Carter, which is in Frederick Street in Edinburgh, in the town. And it was, honestly, I've been before, fantastic. But I'll be doing more food reviews. It was good on last week as well, because that was like the first drink I've had for like 4 weeks. I've been going to the gym. Since the McMaster video, I've lost over a stone as well. So, but like I said, I feel really, really good. And it's like, when you detox, especially when you've been on holiday, you feel brilliant. But then what happens? I get the bloody cold. Honestly, I can't believe it. But yeah, but as I said, there's going to be more content coming your way, especially coming up towards Christmas. I've got Christmas markets, which I'll be videoing next week. I'm possibly doing another video this week as well. Just do something a wee bit different, but all I can say is, if you want to spread the word for my channel, brilliant. Just I want to get as many subscribers as I can. Community wise, I just want to get that community there. I've got what I was going to say is, in my next video, I've actually got a special guest who will be on it, which I'm looking forward to interviewing. Very talented girl. And, I love chatting to people who do different things on like music and acting. Obviously, I've done lots of actors interviews. This girl's kind of like music, so I'm really excited about that. So tune in for that, and as I said, get my video out there, share my channel, and I'm going to bring you guys loads of content. A lot of stuff coming up. Uh, I wish I could say I was going to give you a lot of stuff in a nice hot country, but my holidays are done for this year. It'll be cold, uh, cold Edinburgh videos from now on, or maybe cold Glasgow ones as well. So listen, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for the views from the last video. And, as I said, just tell people about my channel, get out there. I'll have other content coming up over the next year as well, especially when it comes to film news, which I'll be doing, which I'll be in. I'm got myself in another couple of feature films, which is where I think we start filming in February, March. So I can't tell you what they are just now, but just hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to tell you soon. But listen, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful rest of the week, and speak to you again sometime. The next one. I'm not really good at these end of year videos thing. Was it to say, see you in the next one? Yeah. Okay. So, bye for now. Cheers.